Prime Minister's plan for India to reach a $5 trillion economy. This video is all about trying to understand what this $5 trillion economy means and why is it so important that India is chasing this at this point in time. Recently, the CEO of a big multinational consulting firm made this very interesting statement that it is not India's decade, but going forward, this is going to be India's century, he said. Wow, what an optimism. And parallelly, the next day, we opened the newspaper to discover that on a GDP basis, on a purchase power parity GDP basis, India had just unseated UK to the 5th place. So India is the 5th largest global economy in the world, and we have just beaten UK at it recently. Now all this augurs very well with the Prime Minister's plan for India to reach a $5 trillion economy. Now that's the magic number that the government has been touting for quite a while now. Now this video is all about trying to understand what this $5 trillion economy means and why is it so important that India is chasing this at this point in time. As we speak, we are somewhere between 2.8 to $3 trillion of economic size on an annualized basis. India is there, and thanks to COVID, this whole journey has been kind of delayed by a couple of years, but we are still on the course to it. Now, why is this $5 trillion economy so important is what we're going to talk about. For a population our size, our per capita money that is available on the ground is very, very small. There's a large group of people in India that's below poverty, who are struggling for day-to-day bread. But as the economy grows, as the prosperity of the country improves at a $5 trillion economy, clearly our per capita will jump almost double from where we are. Today our per capita is somewhere in the region of about $1,500 to $1,700 per annum, per person. Now that will move to about $3,200 to $3,500 US per capita. And the interesting thing, economies all over the world, while they differ on a variety of things, agree on one thing, is that economies that go through this transformation beyond $2,000 per capita experience magic. This has happened in Japan about 30 years ago, Korea about 30 years ago, China very recently, less than 10 years ago, experienced this magic when their per capita moved beyond $2,000 in the early 2000s. And that's when their economy got a big boost. Why is that so? Let's understand. As long as your per capita is still less than 2,000, 1,500 and so on, a large portion of money is going towards sustained living, sustenance. So you're buying your dal, roti, chawal. That's the only money you have. The moment you cross beyond $2,000, $2,500, you have additional money to spare. That additional money can either go as savings or can go towards spending. So there's a vast economy out there that will get created because people have surplus money. People will buy more homes, more cars, go out, fine dining, will get a new fill up. India will be on an economic resurgence once this happens. At an 8% GDP growth, which is what we're expecting, and a 4% inflation, likely that this $5 trillion dream will be met somewhere in the year 26, 27, if not 27, 28. So we are very, very much within striking distance. The whole country will experience enhanced prosperity when India reaches there. So I am sure looking forward for India's prosperity, and I know for a fact that you would enjoy it too.